In this video, I'm going to answer the following question. In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products in terms of my poster? Therefore, I am going to evaluate this, which is my final poster. My film is a cross-genre of drama, tragedy, and romance, and my target audience was teenagers and young adults. I kept these two things in mind throughout the production of my poster. All posters tend to have a focal image. They're conventionally in the middle because this engages the audience. They usually take up the majority of the page and typically feature the main characters. As well as this, the focal image portrays the genre. For example, a Hollywood conglomerate would show the main character, such as Johnny Depp, as their focal image, because this would attract lots of the target audience to go and see the film. In this case, I have challenged these conventions, as the protagonist's faces cannot be seen, however you can see the backs of them. The hand holding in my poster connotes the genre of romance. For example, in this poster, Holiday, two characters can be seen holding hands, and it heavily suggests that the two characters will be romantically involved in the film. I felt it was best to conform to these conventions in relation to romance because it really easily portrays the genre and lets my target audience know that romance will be involved in the film. The title image in a poster is conventionally of relevance to the focal image. For example, in Sweeney Todd, the focal image is of Sweeney Todd and the film is called Sweeney Todd. Therefore, it makes a really easy link that the consumers can make themselves. However, I challenge this convention as my characters are just seen holding hands, and therefore an enigma is created as to what in the film is perfectly timed. Some may infer it as their relationship beginning being what is perfectly timed, but this is not entirely clear from the poster itself. The colour palette of different posters vary massively depending on the genre that the poster is advertising for. I chose my colours based on the photo I used of Emily and Will holding hands. I think the mixture of blue, brown, black and white subtly stands out as the colours aren't too bold but are clear and easy to read. As well as this, the green in the photo provides a nice contrast. I chose colours for my text which relate to the image I chose, as I just said. For example, the brown of the tagline matches the colour of the ground. By using this brown, I have made the tagline stand out. This is conventional and can be seen in all of these examples. At the bottom, I also included a website called www.perfecttiming.com. This is more conventional of posters these days, and I felt it was important as the need for viral marketing has increased since Web 2.0, and members of my target audience will be able to look at my poster and visit the website. Above this is the release date, which is equally as important. My release date was influenced by Black Swan, as they simply state the season in which it is coming out to provide a sense of mystery. I have done the same and simply written this summer. I have also used the conventional steel tongs. These are conventionally used in posters to provide the audience with extra information, such as the production company who did the screenplay, etc. I have clearly done this with a small steel tongs font. On posters, they are either placed at the top or the bottom, and I felt in terms of the composition and design of my poster that the bottom was more appropriate, since the sky in the photo was a good place to put the title of my film, a tagline, and all the other information that you can see. I have challenged the conventions of placing the BBFC classification sticker in the right-hand corner of my poster. As you can see in recent posters, none of them have the actual sticker like mine does. However, under this act, it states that all films must advertise the classification of their film, so I felt it was incredibly important to include to create a sense of professionalism and, of course, to follow the act. In addition to this, I put small idents at the bottom of my poster, which is conventional of most posters, as you can see from these examples. I slightly challenged this convention by keeping the idents in their original colour and not changing them, so they are all one colour like this poster does. However, I felt it was more effective to leave the original colours of my idents as it makes them stand out a little, which again subverts the idea of there only being one main focal point, although I don't think my idents are big enough to be an actual focal point, so I am still conforming to the codes. The last 4 things I'd like to discuss are the cell line, the main title, the quote, and the tagline of my poster. The cell line states from the director of Malediction. Malediction was the opening that I produced last year in Media AS, and I felt it was appropriate to include this as it's something that other posters do, for example in the double. I have put this cell line in all capital letters and in a black font because this makes it stand out. It's also in a similar font that I use in my trailer. The main title is in a dark blue colour. This links to the idea of it being on the sky. However, it is dark blue enough for it to stand out easily. As well as this, the font I used is the same font I used in the magazine cover and the poster, so this creates synergy. I believe this is conventional, and the font itself is handwritten. It's a script-like font which connotes the genre romance. The quote I use provides another point of view, and this could go and persuade the audience to see the film. Taglines generally and conventionally sum up an aspect of the film, as you can see in these examples. I really mind this as it kind of gives off the idea that Will has to change to suit Emily's depression. So it tells the audience a little bit about the film, but not too much to make them not want to see it anymore. So therefore, overall, you can see that I have made some conscious decisions to challenge some forms and conventions to make my poster more unique. However, I've also conformed to many forms and conventions so that it is easily identifiable as a poster. I believe overall it's proven very successful, as I could recognise this as a poster, and many of my target audience have also done the same during audience feedback, which I have carried out myself. Thank you for watching.